There are forces shaping your life that you never consciously agreed to. The people who enter your world, the ones who love you, betray you, change you forever. The challenges that repeat, as if life were a script you didn't write. The invisible patterns that pull you towards certain relationships, certain struggles, certain fates. What if none of this was random? What if, before you were even born, you signed contracts, sacred agreements that dictate your karmic lessons, soul connections, and life challenges? This isn't just spiritual theory. Across ancient traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Spiritism, and esoteric teachings, there are whispers of a cosmic blueprint, a soul contract written before birth, a contract designed for one purpose, your evolution. But here's the question no one asks. What happens when these contracts become prisons instead of lessons? Why do some connections feel like destiny, while others feel like a curse you can't escape? And most importantly, can you break these contracts before they break you? The answer is yes. But first, you must understand how they work, because the moment you see the contract is the moment you can choose to rewrite it. But before you can break free, you must first understand how these contracts are formed and why some of them bind you across lifetimes. Before you even took your first breath, your soul had already chosen the lessons you would face, the relationships that would shape you, and the struggles that would test your limits. These sacred agreements, known as soul contracts, are designed to guide your evolution. Some contracts bring love and healing, soulmates who awaken your spirit, mentors who appear at the perfect moment, experiences that fill your heart with purpose. Others bring hardship, karmic debts, painful betrayals, toxic cycles that refuse to break. They are the people who challenge you, the wounds that feel too deep to heal, the patterns you keep repeating no matter how much you try to escape. Not all contracts are meant to last forever. Some are designed to be rewritten, broken, or outgrown. Have you ever felt trapped in a relationship that seemed impossible to walk away from, or drawn to someone as if you knew them before? Have you noticed struggles repeating in your life, as if the universe was forcing you to learn something? That's a sign your soul contract is in motion, whether you're aware of it or not. But here's what most people don't realize. Soul contracts are not unbreakable. They are written in energy, not stone. And when they no longer serve your growth, they can and must be rewritten. And this is where karma enters the picture. You wake up, a different life, a different body, but the same wounds, the same betrayals, the same struggles you swore you'd never repeat. This is the nature of karmic soul contracts, agreements so deeply woven into your spirit that they transcend a single lifetime. Karma is not punishment. It is unfinished business. If a lesson is ignored, the contract does not dissolve. It repeats. Until one day, you break the cycle. Some of the strongest soul contracts are written in blood, family ties that shape us before we can even speak. Have you ever felt an unshakable connection or conflict with someone in your family? A love so deep it hurts, or a tension you can't explain? These emotions aren't random. They are echoes of past life interactions. A mother and daughter stuck in the same painful dynamic, lifetime after lifetime. A sibling rivalry that never fades, mirroring betrayals from the past. A family repeating the same pattern, abandonment, addiction, cycles of struggle. And then, there are the soul contracts that come disguised as love. Some relationships feel like fate, soulmates who awaken something powerful within you. Others feel like a never-ending curse, relationships that shatter you, yet refuse to let go. The magnetic pull of someone you've never met, yet somehow know. The toxic attachment, where leaving feels impossible, no matter how much it destroys you. The lesson of self-worth, relationships that break you open, only to force you to reclaim your power. Some soul contracts dissolve once the lesson is learned. Others persist, because the wound remains open. If the same struggles keep returning, if the same relationships repeat with different faces, if you feel trapped in the same emotional cycles, your contract is still active. a career that never seems to take off, a family dynamic that holds you back, a fear of stepping into your power, as if past life failures still haunt you. These are the marks of a karmic loop, not as punishment, but as a wake-up call. Because karma is not a life sentence. Soul contracts can be rewritten, and if they can be rewritten, why do so many people stay trapped in them? Some experiences in life feel too intense to be coincidence. They are contracts playing out, agreements made long before you were born. But how do you know if you are trapped in one? The first and most powerful sign is an unbreakable emotional bond. You meet someone and feel an instant connection, almost as if you've known them before, or the opposite, an unexplainable tension that defies logic. These emotions aren't random. They are echoes of past life interactions. Then, there are repetitive relationship patterns. No matter how much you try to start fresh, you keep attracting the same types of people, emotionally unavailable, toxic, controlling. Relationships that feel like déjà vu, repeating over and over as if life is running on a loop. Some contracts feel like invisible chains. You know a relationship is toxic, yet you can't seem to walk away. No matter how much it hurts, something keeps pulling you back. Family ties can also hold karmic weight, a dynamic of tension, obligation, or unspoken wounds that seem impossible to escape. The same conflicts playing out generation after generation, keeping you trapped in cycles you never consciously chose. Then, there are unresolved emotional wounds, a deep fear of abandonment, betrayal, or loss, even when you've never experienced them in this lifetime. Some wounds feel too big, too heavy, too real, as if they belong to another version of you. And finally, there's the feeling of unfinished business, a lingering pull toward someone, something, or even a place, the sense that no matter what happens, something isn't complete. If any of these signs resonate, it's because your soul is trying to tell you something. A contract is in effect. And now, the real question is, how do you break free? Recognizing a soul contract is just the first step. Awareness alone doesn't set you free. These contracts are not just memories or emotions. They are energetic bonds that keep you tied to certain people, experiences, and karmic cycles. And breaking them requires more than just wishing they would disappear. Many believe that love is what binds souls together, but what's often overlooked is that hatred, resentment, and unresolved pain can bind them even tighter. The deeper the wound, the stronger the attachment. And that's why the key to liberation isn't escape, it's healing. And healing starts with one thing: forgiveness. But forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood concepts. It is not about excusing the harm done to you. It is not about pretending the pain never happened. It is about releasing yourself from the chains of the past. The moment you stop feeding energy into resentment, the contract begins to dissolve. Many karmic cycles continue simply because we unconsciously hold on to our pain, replaying the same story, reinforcing the attachment. But when you forgive, not just mentally, but energetically, you sever the cords that keep you tied to another soul in conflict. Yet, forgiveness is only one part of the process. Some soul contracts can only be dissolved when the lesson behind them is fully learned. So, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What is this experience teaching me? What qualities do I need to develop because of this? Am I being asked to set boundaries, to love myself more, to stop seeking external validation?" Every unresolved soul contract carries a hidden lesson, a reflection of something within you that needs to be acknowledged and integrated. The Kybalion speaks of the Hermetic principle: as within, so without; as without, so within. This is not just a mystical concept, it is a direct key to your healing. The people and experiences that cause the deepest discomfort are mirrors of unhealed aspects of yourself. So, ask yourself, why did I attract this person or situation? Not with judgment, not with guilt, but with complete honesty. Because once you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start recognizing every challenge as an opportunity for growth, you shift from powerlessness to mastery. This is the real work, not running from pain, not blaming others, but standing in front of your reflection and understanding why this contract exists in the first place. Because once you fully understand the lesson, the contract no longer has a purpose. And when there is no purpose, it dissolves. The moment you accept, integrate, and release, the cycle ends. Recognizing your soul contracts is just the beginning. True transformation happens when you stop seeing karmic cycles as punishments and start using them as doorways to self-mastery. Many remain trapped in contracts of suffering, betrayal, and loss, believing they are bound forever. But no contract is truly unbreakable unless you choose to keep it alive. The key to liberation isn't resistance. It's awareness, forgiveness, and conscious choice. Forgiveness is not about excusing harm or allowing someone to continue hurting you. It's about cutting the energetic ties that keep you bound to the past. It's about reclaiming your power, understanding the lesson, and choosing not to carry that weight any longer. Because your soul was never meant to be a prisoner of old wounds. You were meant to evolve, to rewrite, to step fully into the life waiting for you. But some of the most powerful soul contracts don't come in the form of suffering alone. They come disguised as the deepest love, the kind that shakes your soul, forces you to see yourself, and refuses to let go. So, what happens when these contracts appear as twin flames, soulmates, and the relationships that feel destined? Are they truly meant to last, or are they the greatest karmic lessons of all? Let's explore this deeper in the next video. The dark side of being spiritually awakened and finding twin flames and soulmates. And tell me, have you ever felt trapped in a connection that felt bigger than you, one that you couldn't walk away from no matter how hard you tried? Share your experience in the comments.